Uh, One. All right. So we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't been on live stream yard for a long time. This is a guest here, Brandon Davis.
Hello,
Um,
what's up, everyone? Good evening, guys.
exactly, man. I'm really happy that you're here, bro. This is we went way back. I want to say in Schoolcraft College back in Livonia in Michigan.
Yeah, man, Schoolcraft College. I believe it was 2012, actually.
Right, right. It was 2000. So it was 2012. Yeah. So right after high school. This is before. No, this was the major transition before I went to Disney World. I think you knew that. I did an internship in 2013.
hmm
Yeah, I was there for like I think I was there for 6 months, man, half a year. So
Yeah, you were there for about a half a year, man. I remember we had that, was it that liberal arts class or was some type of like writing class or like reading
mhm,
class at Schoolcraft. And then
right.
I remember you were telling me that you were just trying to go to school and everything like that, and you were trying to just figure out what you want to pursue in school. And then I remember like a recruiter or a job recruiter came up
Yeah,
to you, talked to you about the opportunity with the Disney cruise,
right.
and you were so excited, you were just like ready and eager to hop on it, and you went through it.
Yeah, and it was like I said, it was a life changing experience, man. Because it was cool. That was a really good thing though. But get into this, man. Back in 2013, let me say this. I know we went to different high schools and stuff. So, Brandon Davis, were you always on your entrepreneurial mindset? Like, how did it all started? If you don't mind, telling the people.
Yeah, definitely, Rodney. I don't mind at all. No, I definitely actually would love to, share my story and share, how I really got into entrepreneurship. So, long story short, at the time, entrepreneurship was probably the furthest thing from my mind or
Okay.
the furthest thing from my future. Going all the way back to I'd probably say like 2011, 2012. At the time I was really just trying to, figure out life. I mean, at the time I was, 18, 19 years old, fresh out of high school. I was young and, I was going through the traditional route of formal education. I
Okay.
was going to school at Schoolcraft and I was working also a part-time job. So, I was just really, at the time I was content, with that. Like, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to work and, go to school. And, really school was, a priority for me. At the time I wanted to, you know, either get my certificate, at Schoolcraft College, or I wanted to obtain my associate's degree. And then I was looking to, transfer to a 4-year college or 4-year university. But at the time, entrepreneurship really just kind of fell into my lap. I was at a point in my life, it was summer of 2013. I was working at a golf course slash hotel
Okay.
in Plymouth Township, where I live. And at the time, I was just, looking for something different, bro. I was looking for something, that I could do where, I could make some extra money. I can make some extra money part time and something where it could really, take me places. I had dreams, at the time of, traveling and, seeing the world. And I kind of felt really kind of stuck, in my life at that point in time because, I was going to school, taking 4 or 5 classes or 3 or 4 classes that semester. And then I
Mhm.
also was, working, during the summer at the golf course. So I was just looking for an opportunity where eventually, I could just make some additional income part time. And so my brother, who actually was the first person to get into entrepreneurship and business, told me about, this company, told me about this business and everything like that. And at the time, I was like closed minded, dude. I
Mhm.
was so like, not interested in it. I didn't want to hear about it. I didn't want anything to do with it, man. Like, I was thinking, like, this is just one of those things. This is a scam. They're just trying to take my money. They're just trying to make money off of me. Or, it's just, just one of those things that, people have done and they didn't really see any results or it didn't work.
Okay.
So I went to a meeting, showed up with my brother, and it just really opened up my mind, dude. mean, that was the first time that I kind of really, saw entrepreneurship. The first time that I, saw, young kids at that time, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, that were making good money. And then some people that were even making really, really good money, and they were their own boss. They didn't have a job. They didn't have a set schedule. And they were just making money with their homies. They're making money with their friends. So the whole idea was just new to me. It was just really foreign and new and kind of really out of the box. But it just really opened up my curiosity, and it really intrigued me. Like, because it was so new, it was so fresh, it was so, different than what I've ever seen. Seeing people, there were results not typical, making a lot more money than me, even making more money than my parents. Like, it was just kind of something that I really just wasn't, used to, or something I'd never seen before. So I looked at the opportunity, got excited about it, and
Cool.
then it's probably about 4 or 5 days later. I remember going into the office at home, and my brother got me started, and that's how my entrepreneurship journey began,
So
way
your
back in
brother,
2013.
so your brother was pretty much a huge influence on you, for actually, taking that next step and going to, pursuing business. That's
He was, he
that's
was, yes.
that's good. I didn't know that because I met him before. I know he worked at a corporate job, which is cool too. Everybody has different paths, but so you started educating yourself, self-educating yourself, like how to start a business, like business credit, different things. Because I think you was into multi-level marketing. That's how you initially got your first start.
Yes, I got my first
Okay.
start with the MLM company and
Okay.
multi-level
Do you
marketing.
think? Do you? Okay. So do you? Well, let me ask you this. Do you think, like, starting in, for a brother who has aspirations to start a business? Do you think he should start at, first I'll start with an MLM, or should he be like, no, let me get my LLC and start my own, my own shit, like my own lawn care stuff. Let me not affiliate with MLM. So do you think MLM should be an option, or a brother should just start his own?
Mm, it depends, it depends on, who the person is, and, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and what are their abilities. I
Okay.
feel like, if someone who's, a minority, like you and I, and, they're really not accustomed to business, and, all they do know how to do is, work and work a job. And
Yeah.
again, there's nothing wrong with a job, everything like that. Like, I support jobs, and, working a job is, great and everything like that. But I would say, to a person that's going to business for themselves, I believe MLM is a really, really good start to entrepreneurship. I believe that, MLM teaches you a lot about business, about building relationships, about people, how to work with people, how to work in a business like environment.
Okay.
So if I were to tell someone, to start an MLM, I would, or, start a traditional business, I would probably advocate for joining an MLM network marketing business because of the low startup costs, no
Hmm.
fees, no employees, no overhead, and they don't have employees to pay. Like,
Oh,
everything is already done for you, because if you wanted to, let's just say buy a franchise, like a Wendy's franchise or a Jimmy John's franchise or even McDonald's franchise. Like, a McDonald's franchise, I believe out of pocket, it's going to cost you $1.2 million,
just about. Yeah.
just to start up, and pay and put down the down payment. And there aren't a lot of people, like us, that just have $1 million or $2
Right.
million, sit in the bank, to where we can just invest and put that down. Now, if you do, great, go for it. I wish you the best. But a lot of people don't have that capital, don't have that money, just lying around for them. So, and then also, if you want to start a Jimmy John's franchise, it's going to cost you, 300 grand, just out the gate, to get started and to, invest in a franchise and get employees and, pay for your overhead, pay for the food, pay for, the building and everything like that, and the, expenses that you may have with the business. So I would say, definitely the first part to really getting your foot in the door in entrepreneurship, I would suggest, someone doing MLM business because it's going to teach a lot about how to build relationships, how to build a business, how to build a team, how to build an organization. And it's going to teach you about how to, you know, earn and make money. And most importantly, how to help others make money on a part-time basis. So I
Mm,
would say, MLM would be a good investment. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be for everybody, and
right.
everybody may not succeed at it at first. If you want to go down that route of, starting your own LLC business or, doing real estate or doing insurance, that's great. I have a cousin of mine who's very successful, in insurance. He makes 6 figures a year, in insurance, and he makes a full-time income doing that. He's crushing it in insurance. So it really just depends, what's your strong suit and like what you're good at. But I would say for a young brother, to start out, that MLM and network marketing really, really, really helped me to, build a business. It taught me about personal development. It taught me
Right.
about building relationships with people. It taught me about how to be a leader, how to lead a team. And I learned about residual passive income and how it works. So I would advocate for network marketing. I'm a strong
Okay.
advocate for the profession. And I would say, if you really want to take it serious, go for it, and give it a try.
MLM, that's a good response. Because I will say this: getting into personal development, that was a huge thing for me. And when we learned from the health and wellness company, we back in 2013, we did a few years. Like it wasn't a scam, but you can make money. Thing is, too, you just got to make sure. Of course, you got your pitch right, be educated on the product. Because I remember they was teaching us that how to set up different meetings. That's our skills. Set up meetings, set
Mm-hmm.
up getting people involved and making sure they're educated on the product. And now that's a very essential role there because if you motivate your team to get to actually promote the product, they will win and you will win as well. And so, some people be saying like, well, it's kind of hard to advocate people to buy, start up $300, $500. What the heck? This is ridiculous, that type of stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, I know you're saying like it's priorities. Like if we kind of the average person kind of spend that money all the time, especially on miscellaneous stuff. So it's pretty much like the right approach. So now, if you don't really have any connections, when you get into MLM, how can you be? How can a brother be successful? Like, far as like, damn man, I don't got too many people around me that has that type of money to invest in this company, and I'm in MLM, and I'm like losing money because I gotta keep paying this recurring bill every month. So like, how do you continuously to motivate an individual that might be stuck when they involve in MLM in that situation?
Well, one thing I would have to say is, who is your mentor? You
Mm-hmm.
know, who is your coach? Who's the person that enrolled and who's the person that signed you up in the business to begin with? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and really, what is their track record? Do
Okay.
they have a track record that's based on success, or do they have a track record that's just based on, failure? Because I really believe that, the key to having success, in any network marketing business is you have to have a coach, you have to have a mentor, you have to be under a leader that has done what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who has made, 6 figures, someone who's made 7 figures. Shoot, anyone actually that's even made maybe an extra $1,000, maybe an extra $2,000 a month, of passive income, is someone that you should model afterwards. I remember, when I first got started in entrepreneurship with my brother, at the time, he wasn't really making a lot of money, but I trusted my brother. I had faith in my brother
Mm-hmm.
that, we could do something here and we could build a business together, and it could become, success. Now, did it pan out? It did not. you know Working with my brother and building a business, didn't pan out. But he had his own dreams, he had his own passions, he had things that he was going afterwards, and he ended up finding his passions and his gifts and his talents in another industry, in another profession. And I respect that. You know, I wish him the best, and you know, I cheer him on. And he's doing really, really well, you know, in his profession, at his job, in his career right now. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm enthusiastic, you know, for him. And I'm really proud of him for what he's been able to do and what he's been able to accomplish in a short period of time. But what I will say is that if someone's struggling in any business, whether it be a network marketing business, whether it be affiliate marketing business, whether it be real estate, whether it be insurance, you know, you have to study and model someone or study someone who's had success. And I
Okay.
believe that if you model, if you study, if you learn from someone that's going to have success, the only reason why you won't make it or why you won't succeed is if you quit. And see, the problem is with a lot of people, especially in network marketing MLM, they quit too soon, Rodney.
Mm,
They quit too soon.
I
Like
see.
they quit after the third year or the fourth year or
Years.
even or
So now you
let me
now,
take
I
that
was
back.
gonna
Let me
say,
rephrase that. They
you,
quit after the first month. They quit after the second month. You know,
mm-hmm.
let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. They quit after the third month, you know, because they haven't made any money or seen success. But they quit too soon. And so it's one of those things where you really just have to um, trust the process. You know, trust your leadership, trust your mentorship, and who your coach and who your mentor is. And I would just tell them to, you know, do what they're telling you to do, because in most cases, rather than not, what they're doing is working. So if what they're doing is working, then all you have to do is really just model yourself after that man and after that woman, and you will see success if you don't quit.
Okay. See, and that's the thing. You know, I'm thinking about a chapter in the book to write about that because it's like that's anything in life. You know, you starting something, and you like, you know, it could be people comparing themselves to others' success and like, damn, like he got there like that quickly. What about me? You know, and then they're not trusting the process, and that kills a lot of businesses. You know, this stuff I kind of learned, and when I was doing my network marketing and stuff, and it can be very difficult at times. You know, I mean, you know, you started something and you don't see anything. 2 or 3 months in a year. Same thing on YouTube. Like, you know, I mean, recently, you know, I had a YouTube channel since 2011, but I've been really like taking it serious around, I'd say about 2016, 2017. So, I mean, it's all that consistency. Like, far as like, you know, communicating with your warm market, you know, stuff like that, educating more, you know, going back to the drawing boards, going back to the basics, and try to market yourself as much as possible. I just think that, you know, it's a lot of brothers who fall into the trap, like, damn, like I don't see any results in this particular moment, so I'm just going to just lay there and just hope, you know, just hope stuff come to me. If not, I'm just going to quit instead of like going back to the
Yep.
drawing board and see what's working and being consistent. So,
Yep.
do you think like, you know, far as that, man, you know, that's just anything like being persistent. Like, when you try to recruit people during the MLM, sometimes do you feel like you're wasting your time at times, or do you feel like, you know, because the reason why I ask that is because, you know, I know the health and wellness company that no one does that anymore, and then you jump to another one. Do you think it's like MLM is a long sustainable career, or is it something to go on the trend?
So I feel like Rodney, you asked me like two questions in one,
Yeah.
bro, but it's all good. So to answer your first question,
Mhm.
um, I do believe MLM is a sustainable business
Okay.
and a sustainable profession. I mean, you know, you can look at several, you know, people who have excuse me, have accomplished an enormous amount of success, you know, in MLM and network marketing. You know, like Holton Bugs, you
Okay.
know, like a Alex Morton, you
Yep.
know, like one of my, you know, good friends who's in MLM and network marketing, Mr. Cedric Harris, you know. Um, I could go to one of my former mentors and coaches, you know, Chris Bailey. You know, he's six-figure earner, in the network marketing profession.
Okay.
And before he had a full-time military job, he was working for the government, high six figures, job, great career and everything like that. And he left that to join, network marketing and MLM profession. And he's seen a lot of great success, and it's completely changed his life. So, you know, then another person I could, go towards would be, a Jason Brown. Jason Brown is someone that, started with you and I actually in our first company, way back in 2012. And now, 6 years later, he's a very, 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 very successful person in the network marketing profession. And he's seen a lot of success. At the time, he was struggling just like a lot of us, but he found a way to make it work.
Right.
So I believe that, you know, someone can have a successful career, with network marketing. I mean, Cedric Harris has been in the game for, 20 years. Holden Bugs has been in the game for, 15, 20 years. Alex Morin has been in the game for 9 years, almost a decade, 10 years in the game. And, he's, earned a lot of money and seen a lot of success in the profession. So I do believe that you can have a successful career in MLM network marketing. I just feel like you have to find the right niche, the right financial vehicle, and the right company that is solid, that has solid products, has a
Okay.
solid compensation plan, has a solid, business structure, has a solid compensation plan, and more than anything, has world-class leadership, world-class leadership from the top to the bottom. That's really gonna, you know, um, I feel like um, it's going to, really show you if this is something that, is going to, be long term or is going to be short term. And most people that I know inside this profession have made a really, 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 um, you know, uh, have had a really successful career, in network marketing MLM. Another person I could add would be Stormy Wellington. I mean,
Okay.
Stormy Wellington, her story is just really, really, um, just inspiring from where she came from and where she is today. And, she's been in the game, you know, the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years, probably 10 years. And she has enormous amount of success. And she's doing very, very well in the profession. So I do believe, to answer that question, you can have a successful career in network marketing and MLM. It's just you have to stick it out.
Yeah.
If you're thinking that it's one of those get rich quick things, or you can make money fast or whatnot, I'm
Yeah.
here to tell you, but no, there's a reason why it's called network marketing, because you have to do the work. It's
Right.
not going to happen just overnight. You have to be consistent and you have to just stick it out.
I agree, man, and that's the thing, man. Sometimes falling in that trap, you're like, dang, man, like I want it now, because don't think, because it's like human nature, man. A lot of us, like, we want to chill. You know what I'm saying? We want to make that. It's not even about making millions. It's about making like 50,000, 100,000, just chilling. Like, that's what
Yeah.
the majority of people. You got some people want to do that millions and billions, but for the most part, a lot of people kind of want to just chill. Like, they want to get up really too much and work hard for their money. Because I ain't gonna put my family out there like that. But I was talking to somebody, I know, and they, collecting like, unemployment. And I'm like, that's cool. That is excellent. Because it was like they made a suggestion. They would say, listen, I'm making more money unemployed than I am actually working at my job. So I was looking like, and they was using that to invest. And that is good. And that's a great thing, So I think that, majority, like I said, of us and Americans, like we kind of wanna just chill out a little bit. I mean, which you should, and make that money. But when it says like, you got to come into work, I got to actually talk to people, cold approach, it can be difficult. Now, this might be an interesting question here, Brandon. So, say if you're a brother, man, you kind of you know, you don't have really, you kind of shy a little bit, man. Say you don't really got good people skills, like that, a little awkward. And you know, you're in the network marketing, and it's like, hey, man, you know, you got a cold approach, you got to call your. They even don't want to call it a warm market. So they like, you know, I don't know, I'm scared. Like, so how would you coach them to get through that phase and that storm if they was on your team?
If they were on my team,
Yeah,
um, so if they were on my team, and so you're saying that they don't want to talk to their warm
yeah,
market
they just
individual?
saying in general, they're very shy. They even feel uncomfortable talking to their family. Like they just to themselves a lot. But they in network marketing, and network marketing requires you to get out there and talk, promote the
Right,
product. Yeah,
right,
so I
right.
just yeah.
Yeah. So, well, man, there's a lot of places that you can go to, and talk to people. I feel
Yeah.
like if you're one of those people that are uncomfortable and you don't want to talk to, your warm market, go ahead and talk to the guy at the gas station, talk to the guy at the mall, talk to the guy that's working at Office Depot, talk to the guy that's working at Marshalls, talk to the guy that is working at Abercrombie and Fitch. Like, establish a relationship or just be friendly and just collect friends. you know I was always taught by one of my mentors that if you can't make a sale, you'll always make a friend.
Mm,
And so you have to go off the mindset of, okay, maybe my warm market or maybe my family, my friends don't want to hear about my business or my network marketing opportunity,
right.
but someone will, because it's crazy. A lot of people that we know don't want to hear us out, don't want to look at an opportunity, don't want to look at any products, don't want to sell anything and whatnot. But the guy that's working at Abercrombie and Fitch, he may be a perfect candidate or someone that you may want to network with and connect to, because maybe he's in a situation where he's the manager, he's the um, clerk, or he's been at a job, that he's been working at the last 5, 6 years, and maybe he hasn't gotten a raise in who knows how long, and he hasn't, maybe been treated well by his boss or by his coworkers. Maybe he's looking to get out of that job and he's open to getting into another career path. Maybe he's open to starting his own business. I feel like that. Talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to talk to your warm market or whatnot, that's fine. But there are millions and millions of people that you can talk to, that are looking for an opportunity, that are open to earning an additional source of income. You
Mm-hmm.
just really have to just, network,
Right.
connect with people, build relationships, and, find out, what people are looking for, because sometimes people are not looking to make an additional stream of income, and there are other people that are just looking to just try great products or want to look into natural products and whatnot. And I feel like if you're a part of a network marketing business and network marketing opportunity, there are always people who are looking, whether it be on the financial side or
Right.
whether they just want to try some new products or invest into some great products for them in their home. I feel like that's available. So, I would just talk to, strangers, talk to people that you don't know, and just make friends, just build relationships or whatnot. And then you decide if
Mm-hmm.
this is someone that you may want to work with or is someone that you may want to, connect with, and, show them your opportunity, and if so, great. If not, you can still make a friend.
Okay, cool, cool. You reminds me of that book. What was it? Dan Carnegie. He said, "How to Win Friends and Influence
How to
People."
win friends and influence
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. He was talking about his perspective on that. You know, I remember what really got me to the transition. I was reading Think and Grow Rich. You know, and that was a good. That was really a good start for me. And that's when you called me to get into Mima. I was like, oh shoot, cool. And I had my boy Corey at the time with me, man. We went down. We was somewhere. I forget what city in Michigan we was over. We was in somebody's basement, man. I was like, damn, like it's cool. And I was working at Little Caesars at the time. Um,
Was it in Farmington Hills?
it had to been Plymouth. This dude had an Audi. I forgot his name, bro. I think um it was Arabic from Arab descent. I mean, forgot his name, man.
Oh, you know what? I remember. I remember him. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was it was actually in. Wow, bro, that's a throwback. That was
It was
actually in what? That
wasn't
was in Westland. Actually, that was
that
in
was in
Westland.
Westland.
Mm-hmm.
Was it snowing at the time? Was it cold?
Dude, you know where we're from, man. We're from Michigan, man.
It
So,
probably was. Ain't no telling.
it probably was snowing, man. It was probably like
Bro, it was a lot.
middle of winter or like early winter back
Bro,
then.
when I got there, bro, it was a lot of people in that basement, man. We was just chilling and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we was all together and stuff, and he had a little setup, whatever. And it was cool. It actually, I had an open mind to it, man. And also, like I said, I was working at Little Caesars at the time, and that's when I really started taking little things serious. I made some, what I'm saying, I made a little money. It wasn't like a whole bunch, but I did learn the principles of, like you said it before, creating relationships, building up networks, and those things that you can carry on in life. And that's why I kind of want brothers to understand, like, stuff I go through and stuff I do. Like, even if you can, transfer that to the corporate world as well, man. It's all about trying to elevate yourself, trying to get to that next level. Like, really to eliminate depression is pretty much you gotta just set new goals. Like, you can't be bored. I feel like even no matter how much success you have, if you feel like you don't have nothing else to achieve, you're gonna be bored, and then, like, a lot of stuff is gonna happen to you. I feel like, you're gonna have an idle mind, and you just gotta stay busy. So what I like about MLM over the years is that it does make you productive. It does kind of force you, like, all right, let me get my stuff together. Let me at least read some books. Let me try to educate myself on this product. Let me try to find ways to sell. Let me start looking up motivational people who actually been successful. So I'm not going to sit up here and say it's a scam, because you can't make money. Scam is something that you invest in and you get nothing in return. That's
Exactly.
yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah. So
Exactly. And
that's
I feel like, a scam is something that, you know, it's where people will call you,
right.
like those, people on the phone and everything like that, and those people that, are offering you a pitch or a deal, whatnot.
Yeah.
Those are the real scams. Like, bro,
Mhm.
believe it or not, ever since COVID-19 came about, and we're all in quarantine and everything like that, bro. There are people trying to scam you on your unemployment. There are people that are actually
That's shame.
on the phones or whatnot and calling people on a day-to-day basis, of giving out all your personal information and giving this out to whatnot, just so you can join their, game or their little, thing or whatnot, and have you, make money off of it. Dude, that's a scam. Here we have a business, we have a system where it's legal and you're getting paid, and then most importantly is
Right.
you have to file taxes. Whenever you go into one of these companies or you're starting this business or whatnot, when you make $600 or more in the company with the business,
Yeah.
you would have to file a 1099. So
Yeah.
that makes it legal.
That makes it valid. That makes it
Hmm.
valid. Yep. I
Hmm.
agree. I remember, brother, and I was like, I'm sorry, somebody was messaging me on Facebook. So yeah, but anyway, so
No, you're
and I
fine.
was like, yeah, brother, like, it's amazing because when you going through certain things like that, man, you gotta trust the process and everything. Like, you gotta understand, like, okay, yeah, even you making $200, $300 a month, you're like, okay, that's something. That's something. I remember when me and my boy Corey, I gotta talk to him because he messaged me a few days ago. We started a lawn care business back in Michigan, and actually it was more landscaping. We did a bunch of stuff, but we was making some money. It was just me and him. Like, it was to the point, like, he had like I think he had a Buick car. Like, it was like and there's only so much you could do. I mean, we used to put the lawnmower, the ride lawnmower. We had to tie it up in the back. Man, we started off like that.
Nice,
And
nice.
I mean,
Okay.
it was, we had a truck, so but we worked what we had, and
Hmm.
we actually had some clientele, man. I mean, around the area of Farmington Hills, who was cutting grass, doing what else we was doing? Weed whacking, we was doing that as well. And it was very simple. Only thing is, we had to spend money on gas and getting the gas for the lawnmower and all that stuff. But I remember times we was making at least, like, we was charging people for their front. back like $40. It depends how long it takes. So some people have big longs, take them $100, 150, and like we split it. And what I learned is that we started doing that because we got inspiration from investing into that network marketing company.
Yep.
So I will say this: network marketing companies, even though if you're not making as much money as you want, you still can learn from those principles that you've been in and transfer into a business of your own. And that's what
Oh, definitely, definitely.
just look at like what can potentially happen, what could potentially be the best thing, in the
Hmm.
future and stuff like that for you. So
Hmm.
like yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say on that, man. I appreciate you because I be watching you on Facebook. You've been going in and stuff like that. You saying that motivational stuff. You be helping everything. Like, do you see yourself like one day like you want to do this? You want to be a multi-level marketer full time? You want to get into public speaking, or what do you see yourself like in the future?
Well, I mean, I definitely feel like, as far as, my future goes and everything like that,
Mhm.
Rodney, I do feel that, being a part of, network marketing for, gosh, man, it's been 6 years. It will actually be my seventh 7 year anniversary in entrepreneurship and network marketing in September. So I've been in the game for, 6 years, almost 7 years,
Yeah.
coming up in the fall. So I definitely love the profession.
Mhm.
You know, I love, the people, love the products, love the community, the positivity, the personal development.
All right.
And, I've learned so much from this profession. This profession, taught me so much about life, about goals, about persistence, about success, about wealth and wealth building, because a lot of the things that, I've learned in network marketing, I didn't learn in school. I
Mhm.
was never taught about finances or, money or wealth or how to accumulate wealth and how to
Mhm.
invest wealth to earn more, and how to be a leader, how to lead people, how to, you know, um, my mind and how the mind works. I was never, taught those things, kind of growing up. And so this profession really, gave me a platform, gave me a voice to impact lives, impact and change people's lives, whether it be financially, whether it be mentally, or whether it be from a health standpoint. And so I'm
Mhm.
very grateful and appreciative for what network marketing, has done for me in my life and, whatnot. Now, I definitely see myself, continuing to go forward in the profession. Um, I know one day I will meet my goal and achieve success in this profession
Okay.
because I just believe in myself and I believe in my ability. I believe in my talents and my gifts that, I can make this work. I can make this work for, my family, my future family one day. So I definitely see myself still in the profession, probably 3, 4 years from now.
Okay.
And then I would like to, do some motivational speaking. I love to, talk to high school kids. I
Yeah.
like to talk to maybe college kids.
Mhm.
I'm open to, talking to the youth, educating the youth. And who knows, man, maybe a book is in the works one day, and maybe I
Hey,
may want
you
to
can
come
do it,
up,
man. I'm in the
with
process
a book.
of doing that too. Like, inspiring, man. That's good, and that can help you, man. And because
Yeah,
all
definitely.
the money's gonna come. I know that for a fact. It's gonna come. All
Oh
that
yeah.
shit gonna
Oh
come.
yeah. Oh
Just stay,
yeah.
listen to the work because this stuff is hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's rewarding at the same time.
Hmm.
And I used to fall into the category of starting something and not finishing it. And that can be a huge issue. Like a brother, like you can start like you starting a business, like damn, like you get into some debt. That's part of the process. Where you like, man, you giving up or focusing on your clientele, try to get yourself out of that situation. Now you kind of feel overwhelmed. Now you missing the blessings that if you would have continuously to be consistent, now you wouldn't be in your situation. So like it's more of a that we tend to focus more on the negative as versus the positive. And I think that's what a lot of brothers like we kind of fall victim to. And then we like, damn, like let me go ahead and work this job and stuff. Like something that's degrading. I won't say degrading, more menial. That's kind of really not your work, but you got to do it because you want to. You know, you have to do it, and you want to be fall into that situation. I remember, I
Yeah,
recently,
yeah, because
yeah,
basically, man, like, coming from that mindset, and I was of that same mindset, back at 18, back when I
right,
was, 19, 20 years or whatnot, because it's safe. It's
exactly,
safe, it's secure, you know, you're always gonna have that paycheck, every 2 weeks on Friday,
right,
you
yeah,
know, it's something that isn't gonna go anywhere. Well, unfortunately, due to COVID 19 and due
mhm,
this to the pandemic or whatnot, a lot of people, over the last 3, 4 months or whatnot, are now unfortunately out of a job. So I kind
but
of
yeah,
feel like what we knew,
yep,
was safe, was secure, was steady, was always going to be there. All of a sudden, COVID 19 came in March and they said, nope, we got to let you go. We don't need you anymore. We're shutting down, we're closing down shop, and, good luck, somewhere else.
and
So I feel like that safety and that security and that safety net, what we've learned in 2020 is that that's been exposed to a fault. Would you agree?
I agree. I agree. I mean, you know, and like I said, man, it's you know, you we depend on the system so much, you know, to pay your rent, have the basic necessities of life. And don't get me wrong, as entrepreneurship, you depend on your clientele, you depend on your employees to help you make money so they can make money. I understand that, but you have a little more control of your future.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like, you know, we kind of was sold into this reality that, you know, of course, to go to college. I do believe in going to college. College is very important. I believe in that. That's not a scam. That is not. You can make a lot of money going there. Well, you know, when you graduate, depends what you study. But for the most part, I'm saying traditionally, you know, you go in there and then you realize, like, damn, like, you know, you work in a job that you don't even know that you're going to be there forever, or you start basing your lifestyle you may have on that particular job, and that can be depressing when it's not there. And so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you got to be open minded to do different businesses and everything like that, man. I mean, it's kind of starting your own. I mean, that's pretty much like how everything is. Like, I didn't even really think this whole pandemic was going to happen. I didn't. All the videos I'm watching, conspiracy theories I'm on, I didn't think this was going to happen. I knew something was going to happen eventually, but none like to this extent. So
Oh no, neither did I, Rodney.
yeah,
Neither did I, man.
I was
I
like,
thought this
this
was.
is. I mean, they shut down schools. I mean, well, school. You know, at the point, I mean, it was getting kind of crazy, man. People didn't know what to do. You know, people their relationships affected. It's just like what you was. It just amazes me that in this country, especially in the world, but in this country, that you know, a matter of 4 months in a pandemic, it destroyed the economy. 4 months.
Yeah.
We're so vulnerable. We got a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree with you 1000%, man.
yeah,
It really exposed, a lot of industries and a lot of professions and whatnot in our global economy in the United States.
yeah.
Economy, here in the US. I mean, dude, look at like what's going on with malls.
Yeah.
Malls may be a thing of the past because they're getting ready to shut down and close.
It is sad.
The
Not really,
retail industry, is
man.
hurting, and so many other industries, have been hurt, have been devastated by the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Well, can you imagine? I was looking like, a brother that was working at a movie theaters. He like, I lost my job. I'm like, man, and it's sad, though. Like, it's because you want to think about that. You making that money, and then you like, damn, like it's something that's out of your control that just happened.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, yeah, you can
Yeah.
file for unemployment and stuff, which is cool. It's a blessing if you get it. But then again, too, you don't know how long you're gonna get unemployment. And my thing is too, the people who get unemployment, I don't blame them for not going to work because this is like, if I can be at home, y'all telling me to be at home, but I'm just making more money being safe at home. Why would I go to an institution while I'm risking my life and I'm working hard and I'm making less money? So we dealing with that aspect as well. Like, is people gonna, is the small business owners who own these type of businesses, how they gonna help motivate their employees to get back to work? So it's a lot of stuff that goes on with this type of stuff, man. So I was just like reading, like, damn, I mean, you gotta be creative. You gotta start something. Whatever it's music or anything, man, because I feel like at the end of the day, maybe God is saying to us, like, look, man, like, we weren't created to work for somebody for the rest of our lives. Like, we're meant to be creative, help others, and I'm thinking this as a spiritual sense. I mean, even churches are closed now. It's it's a spiritual type of battle that we're facing, though, Brandon.
Definitely, Rodney. Yeah, man. Um, I miss going to church, dude. Like
Yeah,
I miss going to church and waking up on Sunday morning early, to either go with my mom or either going, with my auntie or my grandmother, the Sunday service. Is one of those things that I really, miss. I mean, listening to, the word and the sermon, on
right.
YouTube or, watching, a video, it's cool and everything like that. But just the interaction, with your church members,
Yes.
with your pastor, whatnot, and the intimacy of that, of sitting down and
Mhm.
listening to the word and being there physically. I
Yep.
feel like that's just a whole experience that you can't just make up. I mean, you have to be there in the
Yeah.
physical to, experience it. And, you know, um, we don't know, when the churches are going to reopen. We don't know when the gyms are going to reopen. We don't know, when even the movie theaters are going to
I
reopen and
miss
be
going
back
to
in
the
business.
movies. I miss it, and especially like actors and stuff. I know a lot of them. I know some movie companies probably suffering a little bit, but they trying to put their movies on live stream, Netflix, on Apple TV, which is cool. But they don't really have a big audience like that on the Apple TV. And it's just like if you, and that's what I'm saying. Like if you an actor, because I know a brother who moved to he was making a lot of money in Dallas, Texas doing oil. He was making like at least 70, 80 G's a year. And he was like, look, bro, I'm about to move to Hollywood, move to California to start my directing career. And this was like 5 years ago. And he got his, California's expensive. So he used all
Yeah.
his money, he saved all his money that he made from his job in Texas and moved to a apartment with his with some buddies and went to try to go to film school and stuff like that. And I mean, he was making some progress, watching him on YouTube, but he was just saying like, damn, like this shit getting kind of tough because I can't really do a lot of movies and stuff like that right now because of this damn pandemic. So he can't really get his actors and stuff. And the only thing he can do, like, you can sit down and screenwrite, write the movie and all that type of stuff, but you can't really go out in public like that. So, and he said it's a struggle. It's tough. It's like, what the hell should I do in this particular moment? So I'm looking at, you pursuing your dream and stuff like that, man. It can be very tough. I was telling him, like, man, you gotta still be consistent, you still be persistent. I mean, he can still always go back to his job, but it's just like, this is something that he want to do.
Right.
So the
Right.
reason why I brought
It's
that
a
up,
passion of his.
yeah, it's exactly. And the thing is, I brought that up too, Brandon. If you want to explain, like, when you was going through your process of investing into multi-level marketing, did you receive, when you was like receiving like no results or little results, was you receiving scrutiny from, like, your family members or people that you knew, like, hey man, you stupid, go to school, what you doing, you still doing that, it's been years, you ain't making so how did you continuously, did it mess with your confidence, and how did you continue to move forward?
Um. So yes, Rodney,
Okay.
I did receive a lot of pushback. I did receive a lot of scrutiny, in the beginning. From family, from numerous friends, from loved ones that, I've known all my life,
Mm-hmm.
telling me that like, oh, you should go back to school, or oh, you should just get, a regular day job, or oh, you should, do this and you should do that, or when are you going to be making the money? When are you
Right.
going to be doing what you said you were going to do? Or when are you going to get the car? When are you going to get the house? When are you going to get the penthouse?
Right.
And all these questions, were circulating in my mind, and people were coming up to me, or I don't like really what you do or whatnot, or oh, I hate what you do and everything like that. And I got a lot of, pushback, got a lot of hate, got a lot of criticism, got a lot of, you know, um, negative feedback. But I will have to say this, I love my parents, love my brother, love my aunt, love my grandmother, love, all of my family. very much, and
Right.
they mean a lot to me. But one thing that I had to realize and I had to figure out is that, my mentor told me this: you have to listen to the people that have what you want.
Okay.
If the people that, are telling you this, if they don't have what you want, then their opinions of what you are doing is invalid because they don't have even the results themselves to prove it. So you should only take advice from the people that have what you want. you know and when one of my first mentors told me that, I was coming from the mindset, well, okay, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my aunt or whatnot, but are they really doing what I'm that I are they really doing what I want to do? Are they living the life? Are they living the lifestyle that I want to live? And if the question is no, then I don't really know if their opinion, is very, you know, real, or if it's even valid to take and address, you
Interesting.
know, because I mean, the people that I'm around, the people that I listen to, the books that I read, the audios that I listen to are all of successful people, you know? And when I first came into this profession, I mean, I was around a lot of success, in the
Yeah.
beginning. I mean, we all know, Luke Hessler, at the time, Jamie
Yeah.
Cheerio,
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Brad Alcazan,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex Morton. Shoot, the Alcazan family, we were around that on a consistent basis, and we saw what the end result looked
That
like.
was such a
We
beautiful.
saw what the dream
Yep.
looked like.
Yep. It was
You,
beautiful too. When we went to the business seminar, I was like, damn, like these, damn, like Mercedes Benz everywhere and shit. I was like, damn, like this was cold. I was like, bro, like it was just like every car had like an Audi, a Benz. Niggas had Range Rovers though. I was like, damn,
a
Ferrari.
Beamer,
A Beamer pulled up. I was like, damn, okay, they doing something right. So I was like, no, how you make this money, man? So they're saying, let's just you gotta, you know. So I was like, okay. So, but and that's amazing, man. Just seeing stuff like that. But it does requires work, because at the end of the day, Brandon, dog, like you about what 27?
yeah, 27.
Yeah, yeah, I'm 26, man. So it's just like you kind of you don't want to work for anybody for the rest of your life, dog. Like you want to chill out, like and have your money work for you. I mean, and use other people's money. Like that's what that is. And so brothers, a lot of brothers want to get to that point. I mean, America in general, but a lot of brothers want to get to that point. But I feel like to get to that point, we gotta be willing to sacrifice. You got willing to do what you got to do, man, and to get there. And yeah, you're gonna face a lot of backlash. You're gonna face people like, oh man, don't be doing this, don't be doing that. But you got to keep going. And like, if you don't see results immediately, it's okay. Just you got to tweak and figure stuff out. I mean, but just don't give up. 'Cause I feel like remember Eric Thomas, you say you give up. I mean, you would never reach your goal. Like you have to keep pushing. You have to keep pursuing. You gotta make that covenant. And I just think too, it could be a sign from the universe, like, okay, this is a test. Like, do you really want this? I feel like maybe it's a sacrifice for maybe a few 4 years so you can live the rest of your life and nobody else can.
Mm-hmm.
That's anything. And like me, like I was always interested in writing. Writing ebooks. Like I said, I'm in the process of doing that. It's almost finished. And so it's like do something that you want to do. And like I said, all
Exactly.
on the comp.
Exactly.
Like, don't fall into the pressure of having somebody tell you, and know your limits too. I think that's the point. A lot of brothers don't know. Like they try to get into a whole bunch of stuff, and it's really not working out for them. Like we are born with different gifts. I truly believe that. You know.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, if business is something that you want to do, go for it. If acting is something if acting is something that you want to,
Right.
take up, go do it. If you want to become a rapper, if you want to become, an NBA player one day, if you want to become a professional athlete, if you want to become the next model, if you want to become the next vlogger, if you want to become the next, you know, if you want to become the next, what's the guy? Khalid. You want to be the next R&B artist. If you want to be the next um, violinist, the next pianist, then go ahead and do that. If that's your passion, if that's something that you enjoy, if that's something that you love to do, then go ahead and do that. And really, you just have to block out the naysayers. You have to block out the hate. You have to block out the noise in your mind of what other people are telling you that they feel like they believe you should do. Instead, you should do what you want to do and do what you enjoy. Because, I mean, it's amazing how many people I see on a day-to-day basis,
Mhm.
Rodney, that are just not happy with their lives, are
Yeah.
just not happy at their jobs, are just not happy on a day-to-day basis, and are just living for the weekends. They're living for Friday. I
True.
can't wait till it's
Yeah.
Friday. I can't wait till, Saturday and everything like that. And if you're someone in that mindset,
Yes. Dog.
and you're in your 30s and your 40s and everything
Every
like
damn
that,
day. I feel like.
every day, then it's just
You
like,
can get. Sometimes you be in bed like, damn, like you gotta go to work the next day. Shit gotta change, and that's what I noticed. It's like
oh
but
yeah, you got to wake up at
yeah,
5:30, 6 o'clock in
yeah,
the morning,
yeah,
be at your desk at 7, be at the office at 8 or whatnot,
right.
and then you got to fight through traffic, and then on the way home, you have to fight traffic, just to get to your house and eat dinner, and then call it a day. And so I feel like if you're young on here, whether you're watching this call live, you're watching the replay, whatnot, I would really, really, really invite you to really just figure out what you want to do and just go ahead and make that decision and do it.
Yeah, true.
Make that decision that this is what you want to do and sacrifice. Make the sacrifices, make the changes, whatever it is that you have to do to get to where you want to go. Do that now, because I believe, Rodney, and I'm going to say this up front. When this whole pandemic is over, when coronavirus has gone away,
Hmm.
when we're out of quarantine, dude, there are going to be 3 people. There's going to be a class of 3 people that are going to be coming out of this.
Hmm.
They're going to be millionaires, multi-millionaires, and new millionaires, first generation millionaires. They're going to be billionaires. And then the third class is they're all going to be witnesses.
Mm.
So you had to figure out
Yeah.
which one of those groups are you going to belong to? Are you
Mm.
going to join? Are you going to be the next millionaire? You're going to be the next billionaire? Or are you going to be a witness and someone that was just playing it safe or watching from the sidelines? And if you are, that's great. That's fine.
Yep.
If that's just what you want to do, go ahead. Go ahead and do that. But if you're someone who dreams big, believes big, has big, scary, audacious goals, you have a passion, you have a gift, you have a vision for yourself, you have a vision for your life, then go ahead and do that thing. And I guarantee you, there are going to be thousands, hundreds of thousands of people when this whole quarantine is over, when COVID-19 has gone away, that are going to capitalize on this time right now. And they're going to come out of it with that new car, that new house, that new spouse, uh, that new property.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they're going to be like, well, I took that risk. I made that decision and I didn't look back.
Yeah, and that's the thing, being creative and like the Great Depression and stuff. It's like, people who saved their money and did everything they could during the stock market crash and then stuff was on sale. There you go. And when I heard too, I don't know if you was keep up. Do you keep up with like housing news? What I mean is like mortgages and interior design buildings.
Not really, not as
Okay.
much. But I do
Okay.
have friends of mine that are in real estate. I have a couple of good friends of
Okay.
mine that are in real estate.
Okay, so I was bringing that up because, like, I was told, like, the mortgage rates are going down right now by, they have like low as 3% interest rate. Thing is, though, if you have the capital, though, that's the that's all that matters. If you got the capital, you can go ahead and purchase homes. Like because of the COVID stuff, a lot of people moving out getting, to smaller homes and stuff like that, payments and all that type of stuff, evictions. So it's something crazy though, But like I say, if you want to be kind of prepared, because I feel like in certain situations like this, the stock market, like in the U.S., stuff can go up, it goes down. It's that's just how it is, and it's really never constant. But if save your money, have that little capital, you can go ahead and purchase something that you always wanted, something that's low on the market, and then that's what I probably think because I'm into like with the stocks and everything. I mean, it's cool. I actually made some money off of them too. It's really not that hard. It's just sucks. It's something that you can't control because like the economy's going down. Like Brooks Brothers, they going bankrupt. A lot of businesses, big businesses that have been here for 200 some years going bankrupt. Airline industries messing up. I mean, even Hertz. You see Hertz. They
Out
went
of
out.
business,
It was
bankrupt, they're
a brother.
done. Hertz
It
is
was a
gone.
brother that worked at Hertz, bro. I was at the barbershop, dog. And he worked at Hertz, dog. And he was like, "Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. He's laid all of us off." I'm like, man, that's why I invested stock in the company. Man, it was getting kind of crazy, man. They be all bankrupt. So I was like, dang, bro. So I mean, he good now though, but he was just saying like, dog, it just goes to show you that like he was like, man, these jobs ain't secure, man. Like I'm like, damn, like
They're not, man.
it's sad, bro, but it's like you gotta do for yourself because the business CEO looking like, listen, dog, like I'm sorry, I know you bought a house and all this stuff with the salary I was giving you, but we going on hard times. I got other bills I gotta pay and I can't keep up, so I'm gonna have to let you guys go.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, you can do unemployment, but you gotta go. And it's just like, damn, like you still gotta live your life at the
Hmm.
end of the day. So the reason why I kind of go hard on stuff that I do, like I said, YouTube, different businesses, it's because nobody's gonna take care of me at the end of the day. Your
Mm-mm.
parents ain't gonna be there forever.
Mm-mm.
You gotta do for self. So I learned that
Hmm.
young age. So you gotta. Hey, look, man, learn some stuff. I mean, yeah, you're gonna bump your head on the road. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes, a lot of embarrassments, but it's okay. You still learning. You still growing because at the end of the day, you're gonna be just right. When time comes and stuff like that, when the opportunity presents itself. So I just say for brothers, man, like don't worry about the results right now. Be productive. At the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying like, just don't do something. You're not going to get results. That's different. If you're wasting your time. But do something, okay, I'm investing myself. Like you said, regardless what type of talent you have, I'm going to do this and do that. I'm going to be successful in it and I'm going to do it. I don't care if it takes 10 years, 11 years. Eventually, when I get there, I'm going to get there and I'm going to be comfortable. Because it's more like just being independent from the system, from companies or from businesses, man, that you don't own. Because as you can see, you still gotta live your life. You still gotta put food on the table. You still gotta do these essential things. But once that's all taken away from you, it's just like, damn, like you have no control over that.
No, man, and a lot of people, you have to cut back. You have to cut back. You have to save. You have to, figure out, where's my next dollar going to?
Right.
Where am I spending my money? Where's my money going? Where's my money coming from? And um, you have to really, really budget. And a lot of people, have to be on a strict budget, especially if you're, raising a family and you have kids, that can be really, really expensive and costly.
Right.
So I believe just, you know, um, you got to have an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have an open mind. Oprah Winfrey, who's, a billionaire, we all know who, Oprah is, a very successful businesswoman, very
Right.
successful person. She says, you know, the worst thing that you can own in this new economy, because it's a new economy right now
Mhm.
that we're experiencing, we're going through, is not money, it's not things, it's not a car, it's not a suit, it's not a dress, it's not a bag for you ladies out there. The worst thing that you could own in the economy is a closed mind and a closed mindset. So if you're someone who just doesn't like their situation right now, you're stuck, you're trying to figure things out, you're trying to, you know, venture off, and find something that you can do that will get you out of your situation, whether it be bad or whether it be even really bad,
Right.
is you have to be open to, I feel like, marketing nowadays. You have to be open to new ideas, new concepts, new tools, and most importantly, new resources that are out there. And a lot of them are for free, Rodney. I
It
mean,
is
you
public
can,
knowledge. Yeah.
you can go to YouTube and watch a video that will teach you. You
Mm-hmm.
can listen to something on SoundCloud. You can listen to something on an audio book, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yep.
and it's all free content, free value, and having trouble with my words tonight.
Yep.
Most of the time, it's from someone who was either in your same situation 5 years
Mm-hmm.
ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but
Right.
made it out. And now they're very, very, very successful.
Yep. It's putting in that work in that time, and you the leading part of that, man. I've been observing. I've been observing on Facebook. I was like, damn, my boy. Just from college, man. You coming up and you doing great things, bro. Like, and that's what
I
it's all
appreciate
about, bro.
that.
Like, sometime soon I have to come when I come back to Michigan, bro. We gotta link up. We gotta link up, man. Seriously, like,
Definitely.
because
Oh, no doubt.
yeah, man, and because I support what you're doing, bro. Because this is something we gotta change here. And like I said, this is all about. I'm gonna continue to push this until I can't push this no more. So it's like to the point. Just being sovereign, man. Just like you said, learning, growing, doing all that type of stuff. It's just gonna be hard. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose sleep. Sometimes you're gonna be without. You might be homeless for like a few days. This shit happens, bro. But you gotta keep going. You have to keep going. You gotta do it though. And I sound like for brothers,
Exactly.
like I think what we go through is that damn, like niggas like judging us and stuff like, dang, like you still didn't get the bag yet. You still like, and we like, damn, like I'm trying out here, but we don't want to look like we struggling. We want to look like we got it. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. Bro, we want to floss. We want to stunt.
yeah,
We want to, be like, hey, bro, I just copped the Benz, or I just,
right, right,
got my girl the new latest bag, or, look, I just got the new J's, I got the new Forces and everything like that. I got the new Gucci belt, I got the new Louis, I got the new Dior, I got the new Saint Laurent. Like, I'm
right.
balling, I'm stunned, whatnot. Like, life is good. I'm making money, I'm doing the thing. But I believe for a lot of brothers and everything like that, there is this comparison. you
Mm-hmm.
know you want to look like the rapper, you want to look like the NBA basketball player, you want to look like the guy who has 100,000, 200,000, a
Yeah,
million followers on Instagram.
right.
You want to look like the guy that has it all together. you know and don't let that fool you, because even though those people may have those things, they may be successful and everything like that, they may be miserable inside. They may be
True.
hurting inside because, yes, they have all the success, yes, they have all the fame, the fortune, everything like that, but they're empty inside. Maybe they don't love themselves. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they don't even have the support from their friends or family,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So never compare uh, your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20 or someone's chapter 30, because you don't know the sacrifices, the ups, the downs, the trials and tribulations that person had to go through for years, to get to where they're at. I was
Right.
just on a call this week talking about success on my Instagram, and it's interesting. A lot of the people that we follow that are massively successful today, like the rapper Future, Kevin Hart, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. A lot of these people had to start from the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
started with nothing,
Yeah.
and they really had to fight. They had to grind. They had to work extremely hard. They had to go through the no's. They had to go through the haters and everything that they were,
Mm-hmm.
dealt to make it. And they weren't overnight success at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was years and years and years in the making. It took Future, the rapper, 12 years to be an overnight success. It took Dwayne the Rock Johnson, believe it or not, um, 21 years to be an overnight success. It took
Right.
Kevin Hart 16 years to be an overnight success. So, brothers, you have to be patient. You have to trust the process. You have to follow through, and you have to be persistent and consistent on your way to the top. And
Right.
if you're willing to do that long enough, your time is going to come. You will touch that glory. You will see your success, and you will get to where you want to go, but you have to be patient, but still have that hunger, still have that, you know, um, that chip on your shoulder that you
Right.
started with, even down the road, is what I would say. You got to keep that up.
That's true. I definitely agree with that, man. Just developing that mental attitude, that discipline. That's so key. And I think it depends on what you were born into. Because I'll say this too, Brandon. Like especially in the black community, like when we're born, as brothers, we really didn't really have too much of a guidance in a way, far as like a pathway, as far as like taking a career. So we just know like going through the motions, going to school, graduate. I hope I get something good, that that type of stuff, and till life happens. But you got some people in communities like, hey, you're going to be a doctor, or you're going to be a lawyer, you're going to be engineer, you're going to do this, and then when they grow, once they going through their school and adolescence and stuff, they set themselves up to get to that point. But if you're a brother, like typically, we just going through the school, taking classes, we graduating, going to college and stuff. We looking like, damn, like what career should I do? And I think that's when it comes to like, okay, what should I do in this point? Like, what's my future like? And we wasn't really taught to be open minded to like different businesses, adventures, and stuff like that, because that sounds foreign to us. But I feel like if next, like down the street, someone, and we know somebody who's very successful in entrepreneurship, we're like, oh, okay, well that's normal. And I think that's what it is too. Just breaking that cycle. It has a lot to do with how we were born, and and what we and our influences growing up.
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Influences and an environment, is everything. If you don't come from an environment of success, of nice things, of opportunity,
Right.
of you know just overall abundance,
Mm-hmm.
then you're kind of stuck in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
because you're really just trying to figure everything out, and you want to get out of your situation that you don't like or that's hard.
Right.
But I feel like that situation can either do two things. I'll say that situation can either motivate you,
Mm-hmm.
or that situation can keep you comfortable.
Mm.
Keep you comfortable.
Me too.
And most people are comfortable with their situation. They're comfortable at their job, their career. They're
Right.
comfortable with the money that they've been earning for years and years and years. They're comfortable with where they eat,
Mm-hmm.
what restaurants they can go to, where they can shop,
Mm-hmm.
where they can travel, and what they can afford. And then there are other people where they're like, man, like, I've been doing this for so long, like, I'm
Yeah.
ready for something different.
Exactly. That's
I'm
what.
ready for a change. I'm ready for a new beginning. And those are the people that fit in the category of where those individuals are motivated. They're motivated to get out of the streets. They're motivated to get out of the hood. They're motivated to do something bigger with their lives.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, those are the people that end up making it. You know, man, Rodney, I have friends that, I've known through entrepreneurship that, you know, they've been broke. They were homeless. They were living in their cars.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They're at rock bottom, but they didn't let their situation stop them. They didn't let their situation of, you know, not having enough, kind of keep them stagnant. No,
Right.
they were like, okay, this is where I am. This is what I got to do. But one day, I'm going to get out of the hood. I'm going to
Mm.
get away from the streets. I'm going to get away from my environment, and I'm going to be living in a nice neighborhood, in a
Right.
nice home, in a nice condo. Shoot, maybe even a really nice penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be on top. And those people are the people that win. And so, really, you just have to make a decision. It all comes down to, making a decision. And yeah, I
That,
know we hear the word and we're like, oh, I got to make a decision. Like, okay, Brandon, I got to make a decision. Like, decision, decision, decision. But if you realize this, whether you like it or not, all successful people are just quick to make a quick, rapid decision.
yeah. Yeah. That's
And
the
that
thing.
quick, rapid decision is what takes them to the top.
Yeah, and executing it. Yeah. Well, well, this is good, man. I don't want to try this too long. I'm gonna get you more on the podcast, Brandon. But I really appreciate this, brother. I know it's been busy and everything. We're gonna keep going. Like I said, I kind of want to, like I said, continuously set up my podcast, trying to get more creative. There's been a lot of stuff going on right now, so been busy doing a whole bunch of stuff. So but I'm trying to focus on just one thing. I want to perfect like this podcast stuff. Hopefully, do this full time and go on, and we'll see how this goes. This is fun, but it's nice talking to you, Brandon. And
Yes, Rodney, likewise, man. And yeah, I'd be more than happy and, open, bro, to, hop on a call and do a podcast with you, man. I think it would be great.
yeah,
And, I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
yeah,
Thank you for interviewing me, man. And
no problem.
love to have a conversation with another brother of mine that, is going big places, man, doing big things, man,
Yeah,
is on his own route and his own journey to success, man. So I'm proud of you and happy for you, man.
thank
And
you.
yeah, I'm definitely down to do this again.
Oh, I follow with you probably tomorrow and everything. The thing's settled. Yeah, but yeah, you take care, brother. And is there anything you want to shout out, like a social media page, anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, I mean, you all can follow me, guys. I'm on pretty much a lot of the different social medias. You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is capital D Davis Fresh 23. You can follow me on Twitter, and then I'm also on Facebook. You can follow me at Brandon Davis on Facebook, and then my Instagram is Brandon Davis _25 on Instagram. So you can follow me there on IG.
Cool, brother. All right. You guys can like, comment, subscribe. I'll share this video. That's the rest up for the interview. You take care, brother, and everybody have a good night.
Good night, guys. Bye for now.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Take care.